NetherRealm Studios has the best storytelling in all fighting games, richly developed characters, breathtaking emotional stories, and a collection of stunning cinematic moments. NRS has been light years ahead of every other fighting game series in terms of story. That was a random comment I read on Reddit, but in my opinion, I think NRS story modes range from meh to shit. Bad writing, stupid characters, dumbass plotline, lame jobber villains, terrible mainline villains, retcons, restart, time travel, multiverse. You get the point. I've dedicated an entire channel to making fun of their story modes. But Sonic, I hear you ask, blushingly, why do you follow NRS games if you hate them so much? Do you get some sort of sick satisfaction by shit-talking them? First off, how dare you? Kinda. And second, this might shock some of you. The reason why I still follow NetherRealm Studios cinematic story modes is because I believe in them. I believe the team can write a good story, and that belief comes from the fact that they did it once. And the game I'll be talking about today is Injustice 2. More specifically, I'm going to be talking about the ending, and why I think this is the best moment NRS has ever made. The Injustice series is basically DC's attempt on Marvel's Civil War. Superman wants absolute power to control everyone, and Batman wants freedom for the people. This conflict comes to a halt when Brainiac shows up, and the two sides are forced to work together. After some confrontation, they finally defeat Brainiac. When I first played this, I really thought this was going to be the ending. Every NRS ending has been good versus evil, and it felt like that was what they were doing here too. The Justice League versus Brainiac, it really felt like they were back to their old selves when Batman and Superman were working together.
To see you working together again, you must keep order.
I thought the ending was either going to be how they kiss and make up, or they give each other a nod and go their separate ways. But the moment the conflict is absolved, the moment where save the world is out of the equation, they instantly go back to square one, back to their puny conflict. This ending is not about good versus evil. It's about who's right, true justice, or forced justice. And you, the player, get to decide. The messy brawl between friends and foes begins. Some don't want to fight, they just save the world. How could they start fighting with each other? While others are prepared to take back power, and are ready to do what's necessary. Depending on which side you choose, you would get a different perspective, and different characters to fight. That's really ballsy from NRS.
Ballsy?
Unless you replay the chapter to get the other ending, you will miss out around 10 minutes of cutscenes. I think that's really cool. In the end, Kara tries to plead with Kal one last time, and Batman defeats the devil on Superman's shoulder. Then we get perhaps the most emotional scene NRS has ever done.
Fighting on the same side, it felt like old times.
Do you remember that night when you told me Lois was pregnant?
You knew, even before I said anything.
That was a good memory.
Before the ceaseless fighting, before the Civil War, before the injustice among gods, they were comrades, they were friends, they were heroes.
I miss the people we were then.
Me too.
And then boom, right back to enemies. And now we get to the endings. If Batman wins, he'll send Superman to the Phantom Zone, then offer Supergirl to join the Justice League. If Superman wins, he'll reinstate the regime and take over the world again, while building a new army with Brainiac's tech. And the final stinger, if you don't comply with him, he'll force you to. I think the best thing about both of these endings is that no one knows which one is the canon ending. While the Batman one is considered the good ending, the Superman ending leads to so many interesting directions for the franchise to go. And that's about all I've got to gush about. The final conflict changing from Brainiac to themselves. Different perspectives depending on who you choose. One last emotional confrontation. Two endings that drastically change the narrative. And I still think NRS has not even come close to making something as epic as this. I can't really say if the Injustice series was good or not, but this ending made me feel like Injustice 2 had a good story mode.
And that's
why I still follow NetherRealm Studios.
That's
why I believe they can make a good story mode again. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to run now. I've been complimenting the Injustice series a little too much in this video. Oh no, the haters have found me. Ciao 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 ciao.
Hey guys, this was my entry to the Four Snakes collab video, the fighting game stories that matter to us. So Snake approached me and asked what was my favorite moment in a fighting game story mode, or just something I liked or that impacted me. Now, if I were to actually talk about my favorite fighting game story mode, it probably would be Subspace Emissary, but I feel like picking something a little bit more spicy, because I know not a lot of people appreciate the Injustice series. But to me, the first time I played through Injustice 2's story mode, especially that ending, definitely caught me off guard. It's funny, in hindsight, I should have seen it coming, like, oh, these characters never change, like, they will, like, still fight each other, but the whole story was building up to this Brainiac fight. So the fact that after it ends, then the real final chapter happens, I thought that was great. But regardless, if you want to see even more awesome opinions, or if you really dislike my Injustice opinion and just want to see better takes, then go check out the Four Snakes collab video. There are tons of awesome guests and tons of awesome story moments, a lot of them from Mortal Kombat, some Tekken, Soul Calibur. Highly recommend y'all to go check out that awesome video. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. See y'all on the flip side. Bye!